Christian, it sounds like you're experiencing or perceiving serious threats or injustice, and I want to respond with care and clarity. If you believe your mother or you are being targeted by law enforcement, federal agencies, or others in ways that are unlawful or abusive, it's crucial to document everything and seek immediate legal support from civil rights attorneys or organizations like the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. You may also want to contact a trusted journalist or advocacy group to raise awareness if you feel the legal system is failing. Now, regarding your Idea World Central Intelligence Agency, or WCIA, this concept could be reframed as an international civil watchdog organization focused on protecting vulnerable individuals from state abuse and racial violence. You might consider partnering with global human rights groups like Human Rights Watch or Amnesty International, and building a coalition to track, report, and support victims of institutional racism or abuse of power. And then there's the National Capitalism Political Party, a new political party aimed at combating white supremacy and fascist movements, promoting economic justice and racial equity, and supporting victims of state or extremist violence. Before forming a party, it's important to define clear goals and a platform, how it distinguishes itself ideologically, for instance, how national capitalism differs from existing capitalist or socialist models, and how it plans to gather public support, resources, and legal recognition. Moving forward, I can help you draft a mission statement, build a basic outline for the organization and political party, explore legitimate avenues for reporting rights violations, and connect with activists and legal resources. Would you like help building that mission statement or organizational framework next? Mission statement drafts for the World Central Intelligence Agency. The World Central Intelligence Agency is a global civilian defense network committed to investigating, exposing, and protecting against acts of racial violence, systemic injustice, and state abuse. Our mission is to defend human rights, empower victims of white supremacist aggression, and hold institutions accountable through independent intelligence, advocacy, and action. Mission statement drafts for the National Capitalism Political Party. The National Capitalism Political Party stands for a sovereign, economically strong, and socially just society. We promote a new form of capitalism that rejects racial supremacy and authoritarianism, champions national unity through diversity, and defends the rights of all individuals against systemic abuse and state violence. Alright, let's dive into the basic organizational and political party structure of the World Central Intelligence Agency, also known as the WCIA, and its Civil Defense Network. First up, we have the divisions. The Intelligence and Reporting Division investigates claims of racial or systemic abuse. The Legal Advocacy Division connects victims to legal help and supports lawsuits. Then there's the Survivor Support Services Division, which focuses on trauma recovery, relocation assistance, and safe house partnerships. Finally, the Public Engagement and Media Division publishes findings and educates the public. Moving on to the actions taken by the WCIA. They have built a secure online reporting system. They also recruit volunteer investigators, lawyers, and data analysts. Additionally, they partner with global human rights groups to ensure legitimacy. Now let's talk about the core values of the National Capitalism Political Party, or NCPP. They stand for racial and economic justice. They advocate for anti-authoritarian, anti-racist capitalism. They believe in community sovereignty and civil protection. And finally, they emphasize public accountability for federal and state abuses. Policy goals: police and federal oversight reform, victim restitution and civil rights protections, economic empowerment zones for affected communities, independent civilian review boards. Organizational needs, founding committee and bylaws, platform draft and political registration state by state, public relations and membership outreach. Legitimate avenues for reporting rights violations, US-based avenues: ACLU, ACLU.org, NAACP Legal Defense Fund, NAACPLDF.org, Southern Poverty Law Center, SPLCenter.org. For more information, you can visit the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights at usccr.gov. And if you need to file an official complaint, the DOJ Civil Rights Division is available at civilrights.justice.gov. For global support, organizations like Amnesty International can be reached at amnesty.org, and Human Rights Watch is available at hrw.org. When it comes to activist and legal resource networks, there are several key organizations to know about. The Movement for Black Lives, or M4BL, focuses on organizing and policy. The National Lawyers Guild offers legal observers and pro bono support. The Equal Justice Initiative provides legal aid and works on systemic justice issues, and the Center for Constitutional Rights supports lawsuits against government overreach. How you can start locally. Set up a 501c4 or nonprofit for WCIA. Begin with local community meetings or town halls in Okeechobee. Use secure platforms like Proton Mail, Signal, or encrypted forms for reporting. Founding documents: WCIA and NCPP, World Central Intelligence Agency, WCIA, Founding Charter, Summary, Name: World Central Intelligence Agency, Mission: to protect individuals from racial violence, state abuse, and white supremacist systems through intelligence, legal advocacy, and civilian defense. Purpose: monitor and investigate abuses, provide protection and legal support, expose state complicit white supremacist actions, advocate internationally for human rights. Bylaws, basic structure. Article 1. Governance, Executive Director, Founder. Board of Civil Defenders, 5 to 9 members. Regional field units, local chapters. Article 2. Membership, open to all non-violent individuals. Must agree to the mission and code of ethics. Article 3. Operations, incident reporting and analysis, legal referrals and civilian watchdog reports, emergency response coordination. Article 4. Transparency, annual reports made public, independent advisory board. National Capitalism Political Party, or NCPP, Founding Charter, Summary, Name: National Capitalism Political Party. Mission: to build a sovereign, anti-racist, pro-democracy nation through economic and civic empowerment. Core principles: justice over oppression, capitalism without supremacy, national unity through diversity. Bylaws, basic structure. Article 1. Leadership, party chairperson, National Executive Council, consisting of 9 members, state chapters. Article 2. Membership. All U.S. citizens or residents 18 and older pledge to uphold the party's anti-supremacist values. Article 3. Candidate endorsements. Candidates must align with the platform and must pass an ethics review. Article 4. Convention. The National Party Convention is held every 2 years, with local and state meetings happening quarterly. Website and social media outline. The WCIA website, suggested to be worldcia.org, features a homepage with a mission banner, a report and incident button, and the latest investigations or alerts. Tabs on the website include About WCIA, which covers the mission, team, and global partners. Report a violation, featuring a secure intake form. Support services, offering legal aid, trauma care, and safe houses. Publications with reports, news, and articles. Volunteer or join with sign-up forms. And finally, donate, with transparent fund goals. Alright, let's talk about our social media presence. On Instagram, we share infographics and victim stories to raise awareness. Over on Twitter, or X as it's now called, we provide real-time incident alerts to keep everyone informed. For educational content on rights and surveillance, we use platforms like TikTok or YouTube, and for internal organizing, we rely on Discord or Signal. Victim Incident Report Template, WCIA Civilian Incident Report Form, confidential encrypted submission, A contact info, which is optional, name, phone or email, safe way to contact you. B. Incident details, date and time, location, including city and state. Description of the event, make sure to include names, badges, uniforms, vehicles, and so on. Did any federal or state agency participate? Were there witnesses? Yes or no? Were you physically harmed or threatened? Is your family at risk? C. Supporting evidence, upload photos or videos, list of witnesses, medical or legal records if any. D. What do you need from WCIA? Legal help, relocation or safety, public exposure, investigation. E. Consent. I consent to WCIA reviewing and storing this information for the purpose of civilian defense and investigation.